Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a Punched Out Thursday to Die For with Kathy, Krista, Ronnie Sue, Dorothy, myself, and Sonia. So for today's layout, I'm going to go ahead and do a selfie. It was part of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party weekend. It was one of the challenges was to do a selfie. So I went ahead and incorporated some punches into that as well. And if you've seen at the beginning there, I did kind of show you all of the fun punches. And I'm going to do some stamping too. High five, Rebecca. So I went ahead and just matted it on a piece of scrap that I had sitting next to me, which was the back side of that one. And I really love that paper. I was kind of toying with it, but it wasn't going to work with this 12 by 12 pattern paper that I have here. I love this pattern paper, but I could not figure out how to use it in a layout. So when this challenge was put up and I seen that piece of paper sitting there, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my punches. So I'm going to go ahead and just take some close to my heart black ink and an old Stampin' Up stamp set that I do have the punch that goes with it as well. And I'm going to stamp 2 each of the big flowers. And then I'm going to come in with some smaller flowers on each of the swatches in different areas to just make them, colored backgrounds. I do just take a microfiber cloth, if you guys see right there, and wipe my stamps off. True confession here, that's about as much as cleaning as they do. I do have stamp cleaners and the stamp cleaning tools. And microfiber cloth works just splendid. All right, so I do, like I said, I'm just moving the stamp around and picking up some of the swatches from the back. And since it's like a watercolor brush stroke, it's a really cool effect. Then I'm going to go ahead and come in with my smaller ones. And now while I'm getting all this done, I do want to remind you that today is obviously a Punched Out Thursday to Die For. So when you're done watching my video, please go down below and in the description box, I will have all the other wonderful ladies that are in the group and playing along today. See what they created and how they used their punches or dies. As you see here, I was trying to make it easier on myself, and since I have 6 of those small flowers, that's right, I'm going to do them all at once. I was thinking, like, after I did this, I probably could have used or should have used my Misty so that I, could, if I missed any spot, I could do it again. But since it was a watercolor swishy kind of effect on the paper, I thought a little imperfect stamping would work just as well. I'm going to do it one more time, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut those swatches out. And the ones that don't have any stamped images on them, I'm going to incorporate into my layout as well. So like I said, I'm just going to grab my scissors and just roughly start cutting this stuff out. But I want to make sure not to cut into the unstamped images as well. So you'll see we're busting everything out in this layout. We're fussy cutting, we're stamping, we're punching, we're doing all kinds of fun things. And I'm just going to go ahead and separate what needs to be cut and what needs to be die cut. And I was just showing you there, that was my example of this is what I'm going to do. And yeah. Now I am going to do a little trick here that I did leave in. As you notice that I started cutting all of these apart. And obviously when you have the punches, there's nothing to hold onto and line your image up right now. Usually you have a bigger piece. See, you can't hold on to it and line it up. So this is what I do. I go ahead and grab Post-its and I just stick it on the edge. And then you can use the Post-it as an extension of the piece of paper. I do not know where I learned that from, but it has been such a helpful tip that I thought, why not pass it along? Right here, I did have just a very little corner that I could maneuver around, but for the most part, I am just going to go ahead and use my cute little Post-it note and get it lined up. So therefore, you can use that trick and be able to punch out more things that you probably wouldn't have been able to if it's an image, because you got to line it up to make sure that you don't half cut off the image, which I do anyway sometimes. But, at least I can't say I didn't have all the tools and techniques at hand to get that done. So I did actually punch just a little bit into the Post-it note, but that's okay, because it doesn't hurt anything. I just Post-it. Now, I do not make you watch me do all of these. I'm going to show just a couple of these little ones, and that's going to be it. So I did take my, that's a close to my heart cardstock, and I'm trying to see where I might want my picture to be because I'm going to put some mixed media and some splats on this page. Now, I do grab this Heidi Swapp Color Shine in the color T, which I'm not using yet. And the color, I'm looking for it, guys. And how come we, oh, it's right here. And raspberry. And side note, I let this dry for like overnight, and yeah, that raspberry was still getting on my hand. So you'll notice like I start realizing and trying not to put things on the paper that I don't want the front to be smudged. So I'm not real sure if I just had really, really big splats or it just didn't dry. I didn't give it enough time to dry, right? So I'm going to go ahead and create a band across my page here with my selfie being the focal point. And I'm just using up all these little scraps because I didn't want to waste that paper. And I mean, January was all about using your scraps, and Saturdays from here on out are all about using your scraps on my channel, along with some other crafty friends that I'm playing along with. So, super excited. Oh, I know, I'm a dork. But you guys love me, right? That's why you keep listening to me. Although some of you don't, because you give me little thumbs down and unsubscribe to my page. But I understand. I always tell my fiance and my son they'd probably unsubscribe if they could, but they're stuck with me, right? All right, so I am just going to go ahead and I worked from the inside out to get it all layered up. And when I'm adhering it down, I'm working from the outside in. Now, I have had several comments that are like, you just go for it. Yes, I do. And I'm going to tell you why I just go for it, guys. If I don't start gluing and sticking things down, which sometimes I rip up as well, it will take me forever. I will second guess my placement. I am like total second guesser of my work. Like I'm always like, I don't even know if I like it. Who else is going to like it? So in order to just not overthink and make a layout last 2 weeks long to complete, I start sticking it down, okay? 100%. I get that stuck down on the page, and then I'm more likely not to rip it up, and I make things work around it. That is how I've been doing my mixed media too. I just go for it. And another tip, I'll keep going for it until there's a point when I'm like, this is turning into mud and it's just never gonna look right. And I'm not afraid of that because you know what? That piece of paper can be punched out and made into other things in smaller doses, and I'll start again. Do not be afraid to try things. Oh my God. And I heard a good piece of advice from another YouTuber. It's Sandy over at State Goddess. And she always says, try it once, but try it twice. Because you may not like it the first time you try it, because it is 100% true. It's your first time trying it. You might not be that good at it. It may not turn out like everyone else's. But try it again. Give yourself time to either like or dislike. Because let me tell you what, I watch Missy Witten all the time. That woman is a magician. Because I watch her do it and it looks so easy and simple, but she's just really that good. And I go for it and I'm like, oh, that did not turn out. Like the white gesso and me, we are still fighting daily, right? All right, enough rambling. So I was just giving you just a little bit of information there. I do go ahead and put 2 bands to a diagonal because I'm a diagonal type of girl, right? I really like to put more on the page. I don't like a lot of white space. Like this has a lot of white space, but it has clusters and pops in different areas. So I do just get some of those long strips and put them at the top left and bottom right. And then I'm going to go ahead and layer up my flowers. Some I pop up, some I don't. Now you'll notice there, this month I have decided that my craft room, it needs to be organized and things need to come out. I hauled 2 trash bags full of trash, okay? Why I was saving that cardboard box, Lord only knows, right? So 2 trash bags so far, and I've only got a corner cleaned. And you know it takes 4 corners to make a square, so yeah, we got a lot going on, but it's looking cleaner and cleaner. So I found like these foam bits that I had stashed somewhere I don't remember where, and I was like, why am I not using these, right? I'm never going to be able to get to use my roll of foam from Spiegel Mom Scraps if I keep finding all these other foam bits. I do go ahead and trim off the sides. And getting back to the layouts and the little pieces there, yeah, I'm going to use those too, right? Because I am like seriously using everything up. And I had so much fun playing in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, words are hard, party weekends that I was just rolling through these layouts. Like, except there was like a lot of challenges and it was my first one. And I was like, I'm never going to be able to finish them all. But that's cool, right? Go at your own pace. I do take some other embellishments and just pop in some more yellow, green, and just another bit of black. That little thing there, right, little tag right there says get creative, so why not? And I do go ahead and put another one down at the bottom. I don't remember what that says. There's one that's going to say note to self. And I'm just sticking all these little bits in there. The title for this page is going to be that little Chinese sign right there. It says peace. For all I know, guys, it could actually mean chicken noodle soup. I don't really know. But this was definitely a time in my life when I have learned to just be at peace with who I am as a person. And so it kind of, it was kind of fitting for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get that stuck on. I'm going to come in and put some enamel dots all over the place. I've been loving using the enamel dots. Thanks to the party weekend because of the little hidden Mickeys, right? I had to get those on my layout. So this enamel dots is something that I forget to use a lot of. I have them, but they're behind me. So I've been putting them in front of me and I'm getting that used up. This layout is quickly coming to an end. So don't forget to go check out all my other scrappy friends that have created for today's Punched Out Thursday to Die For. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.